Hello, Forrest again in here, back for another installment in my series on financial literacy for the month of April. Now, last time I spoke to you, I talked about earning. How do you maximize your income potential? Because your income is your most important wealth building tool. Today we're going to talk about spending, because unless you're managing well that income, it's just going to come in one hand and go out the other. Key to managing your income is this little thing we call a budget. Yes, the B word. A lot of people are turned off by the B word. But let me ask you this. Is there ever a point in life where you make so much money that you don't need to worry about how you spend it? See, a lot of people have that mentality in their head. Oh, budgets are restrictive. They're like handcuffs. They keep me from doing what I want to do. I don't want chains on me. Okay. Let's look at a multi-billion-dollar business like Amazon. Do you think Amazon has a budget? I think they do. In fact, I know they do. In fact, no business on the face of this earth that's successful and profitable runs around without a budget. And if you work in an office, you know they have a budget because they probably monitor how many paper clips you can get in the course of a month. Now, I'm not talking about being that draconian. A budget is simply a means of telling your dollars what to do before they even get into your hand. In effect, it's really permission to spend. You give yourself permission to spend every month by detailing how much you want to spend in each area. And once you determine that, you've set the rules. Now, once the budget is in place, those rules govern how you spend so that you don't end up committing the cardinal sin, which is letting your expenses exceed your income. Income should always exceed expenses. That is the key to building wealth. If you're going in the other direction, you're destined to be broke for the rest of your life. So what does a budget do? It keeps the guardrails on your financial life so that you don't go over the edge and tumbling down the financial cliff to disaster. How does a budget work? Very simple. You take what your expenses are. You also take a look at what your spending has been, say over the last 90 days typically. That'll give you a good clue of what your real expenses are. I can't tell you how many clients I've worked with who have underestimated and lowballed their groceries only to find out that they may be spending double what they thought they were spending because they're not taking into account every trip. They're not taking into account those impulse buys at the corner store, and they're especially not taking into account how often they order out. So once you have that knowledge, now you can start allocating each and every dollar toward important areas like shelter, food, clothing, utilities, transportation. Those are the key things. Then don't forget the other things like entertainment, personal. A lot of people gyp themselves on the personal stuff. If you are not taking care of yourself, it's going to be like being on a grapefruit diet. If any of you out there have ever tried the diet and you went on a grapefruit diet, you know that that didn't work, because who's going to eat grapefruit all day, every day, day after day? No, it's not going to work. You need to have some spice, some variety, some joy, some flavor in your budget, the same way as you need to have in your diet. So make sure that it's a well-rounded budget, that it includes everything, including you, and that it also is taking care of what you should be setting aside to invest for retirement and also to save for near, mid, and long-term purchases that you want to make. So that wraps up our segment on spending. Next up, we're going to talk about saving. So get ready for that one. Guys, have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Be well. See you soon.